Okay, so continuing where we picked up last part, what TK was talking about of the homing attack spam. Here in Sonic Adventure to show off what he means of a homing attack spam.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Home. I can't even keep up. I can't. Quick. Like, dude, look how fast he's going. That's Sonic. That's that Sonic speed that they said, oh, Sonic Adventure doesn't show Sonic speed. Well, there it is, right?
Except for that problem.
Look, it's not perfect. He has range issues, he has aiming issues, he has...
It's also partially the DX version, too, which is crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's fun to do right there. That right there, when they're lined up like that.
Yeah. You just killed 6 enemies in less than a second, dude. I'm watching it. I'm watching the timer.
And they're despawning.
Give them a minute and they show up. Nope. I think you killed 2 of the door.
They do end.
I just saw you kill about 6 enemies in less than a second. Let's show off Frontiers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spam the spring here.
You can spam the spring, totally fine. I'm good with that, right?
And then still mashing the button and slow down.
Ooh, look at how it slows you down on the enemy. Oh my gosh. That's a good example. You're like spam. It's I don't understand why they did that when just like every game before this was not, it wasn't as fast as Adventure, but it definitely wasn't as slow as this. And
Yeah.
I'd argue
Yes. I know what you're talking about now.
you
I
see
think it
what
actually started with Adventure 2 actually, because Adventure 2 had timing involved when you actually home attack.
yeah,
But there's no real timing in this game. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a recovery time, and then you can press the A button. Because it'll pretty much align you to it. But with Adventure 2, at least there is timing involved.
Well,
But yeah, it did start with Adventure 2 now that I think about it.
well, the thing is, Adventure 2 didn't force you to do it. Like, you could still spam it. It's just that you're gonna miss the next enemy because the range is so short, and then you're gonna die.
Yes.
Like when you're trying to spam those enemies in, I almost called it National Harbor. Oh my god, I need to stop.
Metal Harbor?
Metal Harbor.
Yeah.
Metal Harbor. We have a job at my job. It's called National Harbor. But anyway,
Actually, that'd be a good example. I'll load that one up.
Yeah. Load up Metal Harbor, and you if you press it too fast, you'll die. But you can still press it fast. You know what I mean? There's no long recovery time.
It loses
I'm
its
sure you'll.
momentum, though. Because you can only bounce so often after a group of enemies, and it loses its height every time.
Right.
Gamefly. Took me less than 24 hours. Select this stage.
You know, out of every game in the history of games in my library, SA2 has the most hours.
Oh, did we all play?
Yeah.
The most hours spent played is SA2 in my library.
Oh, you know what? That's an interesting thing you just brought up now. So basically, I was on my 360 2 days ago, and I was actually looking at the save
Here we go.
time file between Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. Now, Adventure 2 had a total of 90 hours. Adventure 1 had a total of 180 hours.
Wow, that's shocking. Well, no, it isn't, because on Xbox 360, I play SA1 more than I do SA2, because in my opinion, the best version of SA2 to me was on the Dreamcast.
It's alright, so it's not as spammable, but you can still do it fast. There's like a rhythm to it you have to stick to.
Yeah, there's a rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. But if you
But
press
then
it too fast, you'll die.
But then again, I want to see, because like the thing is, the enemy placements are what makes it do the rhythm. So suppose if there was enemy placements super close to each other. So like in Adventure 1, those spammable home attacks were very close to each other. But in Adventure 2, they're lined up in a sense here whereby they can't be spammable in a sense. So I'd love to see if there was enemy placements in this game that can spam at a certain point with a lot of enemies around it.
That's a good question. I don't know of a spot offhand where there are a ton of enemies like that.
I don't think there is.
But I will tell you this, and actually,
Oh, yes. I know. Okay. Crazy Gadget, one of the chaoses, and you know where it kind of blobs into all those little things?
Oh, that's right. Good
So that's
job,
a good
dude.
idea.
Yeah, you can spam it in SA2. It does let you spam it. I how could I forget that?
I like how this is a Frontiers Let's Play and it's turning into Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh,
It's still the best. I don't care what people say.
this is what happens when you invite me on the show.
Right.
Everything goes back to SA2.
It's either that or 06. For me.
It's at 06, SA1, let's face it, they're all they're my babies. And it has nothing to do with nostalgia, they're just good.
So does Sonic 06 have stabbable home attacks then? That you can stab.
Sort of. I don't have the 360 hooked up in here and I can't easily swap to it. Because they never bother to make it backwards compatible.
Which is, making it backwards compatible would fix like a good 60% of the problem. Faster
Where's
loading,
the first
better
group of this
graphics,
guy at?
better frame rate.
And I can hear my computer's getting all staticky.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
Its processor's too slow. Actually, no.
Need some of that good old glass processing, bro.
Yeah, so over here, in this section here, just let it blob out. See if we can stab it. Oh yeah, so we can do it.
Damn, what the fuck? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's faster than SA1, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow. How could I forget about that? I just keep thinking about how many times I've died from homing attack.
I feel as though like SA2 compared to SA1, it kind of covers so much set pieces actually. So it always wants to have like a certain amount of enemies lined up in a certain way so that you can rhythmically pattern it. So it tries to have that rhythm formula rather than kind of having different ways to attack an enemy at times when you're using a homing attack.
Right. And see, in the new game, which, Jim, you're totally welcome to switch back to, I think we've proven my point.
I want to get to another group. Is there another one in this level?
There is.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah. I believe it's coming.
If I could just jump right to Sonic's cannon core, that'd be good, but you can't do that.
I could be mistaken. I really don't remember. This is not one of my...
Yeah, I think that's it. That's it, really. I don't think there's anything else.
Or if it was, but no. If you get to the planets, which is right here... Oh, no.
There's one right here, right? Yeah, right here.
No,
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. That is... I'm sorry. I will take that over Frontiers' homing attack any day.
Oh yeah. Holy. That's beautiful. God damn.
Your reaction is the best. I said, what the fuck?
You know, like I speedrun this game SA2, but never thought of doing that. So seeing that, I'm like,
God, this game is so quiet compared to Adventure 1 and 2.
yeah.
You see, what's crazy is you can spam objects, you can spam the springs, you can spam boxes, but when it comes to enemies, the whole game literally pauses for like a good half a sec, or I don't know. You just took out 20 enemies in SA1 in 1 second versus this. You know?
Yeah.
So, I'm not. Okay, so that's one aspect of the physics. I'm gonna try to give you a couple more before I take off, but I love the fact that you can control Sonic. Like, make a circle, Jim. We haven't been able to do that in 10 years. Look at that. We haven't been able to do that since, like, what, Sonic 06? That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know? So...
Well, maybe Unleashed and its Hubbloods.
Maybe. I don't remember Unleashed. I played through it once and never went back, to be honest. But, I mean, the fact that they fixed that finally after us begging them to for years is great. They got the... Sonic is now playable again for me. But the game feels fragmented. That's the key word here. It feels like it could have been so much more. It should have been so much more, but unfortunately, the game was built by 10 people or something like that. I keep hearing different numbers. At first, I heard 96, which is apparently really low. Then I heard like 46. So I'm not really sure. But if it was indeed created by a skeleton crew, you can tell the game is just missing so much polish, so much content, so much. Like playing through this game just kept me begging for more. It's like, oh man, he can finally make circles and walk backwards. But
Chaos Emerald.
they nerfed his boost. They finally made boost less. What is it?
Like focused.
Well,
Less
yeah, but
emphasis
like
on boost.
less. But it's nerfed. It's not as overly powerful as it used to be.
You can't
It's
even
like-
boost into enemies anymore.
Which
Yeah,
is,
that's-
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Believe it or not, I think the boost before was just a little bit too powerful.
But the thing is, though, isn't that what's supposed to be doing? That's the purpose of the boost, is to run into enemies. Because like now with the boost, it has not really any purpose now, other than to
Here's
just
what-
have a bit
Go
of extra speed now.
fast.
That's about it.
Here's what I think they should do. You know how you get maximum rings and his boost gets charged up like the movies?
You should be able to boost the enemies with that.
You should be able to boost the enemies. But like you lose your rings or whatever, then you can't. That's what I think. I also think they should have brought back. This has been a perfect time to bring back the homing attack. Or I'm sorry, not the homing attack, the spin dash, because you can now do the drop dash, which is my favorite move in this game. I love it. But the spin dash would have been great because that's one of his movesets that they removed in favor of the boost, right? So
I
now
think
that they nerfed the
modders
boost,
have
you can
added it
spin.
in, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check that out.
Well, the modding community is doing some crazy stuff. People have like changed his combat to fight with a sword with a Black Knight mod.
Nice.
How the hell do I get up here?
But there's just so many small tweaks they can do to make him feel literally
Oh,
perfect.
wait, there's a rail over there. Let's see if there's a rail over there.
You know, mainly get rid of 2D. Why is 2D still in this game? You have
Boy,
this open world game.
You haven't finished the game?
Limited.
You haven't made it past the desert, right?
I heard about it, and I'm
the-
telling you this now.
Island number 3 is like half 2D.
I'm not gonna beat this game, guys. I'm sorry. I spoiled the story. I'm good. The story's okay.
Oh, that's how they want me to get there.
Like I said, if they would have used Chow for me, it would have been just that much better. But I get the whole lost civilization, the digital memory thing. That's actually cool. Believe it or not, that's something me and Jim created in a fanfic years ago. I don't know if you remember, Jim, but we had an ancient civil. First of all, okay, this is off topic, and I apologize for this. We wrote almost every major Sonic game before they even came out. We wrote the story to Unleashed when we were teenagers. Remember we wrote a story about the Earth exploding and there was monsters deep within it that possessed people?
Mm-hmm.
That was Sonic Unleashed. We wrote a story about a shadow recolor coming from, instead of the future, the past. And he absorbed people's essence or something like that. I can't remember. And that turned out to be Mephiles. You know what I mean? It's like,
That shit.
I swear Sega's been stealing our ideas for years. But we also wrote a story about ancient technology, and that's what this game is. I'm used to it at this point, guys. It is what it is. But anyway, I said that to say the story, honestly, it gets a total pass for me. I'm not going to do the 1 out of 10 thing because you can't really do that with Sonic and Sega anymore. It's either pass or fail. So the story gets a pass. The gameplay gets a pass. The game itself as a whole is like a fail, though.
I think it's a good example of the homing attacks, man.
Yeah, see how slow that is? Like, oh my god, that's terrible.
Where?
Cyberspace stages. Outside of the kick-ass soundtrack, I got nothing to say about those stages. Like, thanks for the kind of nostalgia, a little bit.
Yeah.
That no one asked for, by the way. We're done with nostalgia, guys. Sonic Generations exists for a reason. that was the nostalgia game. We want all new stuff now. You know?
Yeah, but let's do it again in Mania.
So bad.
Damn it.
Like they're not even trying any. Well, they're trying too hard now. I don't even know what they're trying to do. It's like
It's better than what they've been doing, though.
oh, definitely. That's why I don't want to be too hard on Sega, because it's like this is the first good thing you guys have done in like so long. I'll give Frontiers its props for sure. They're moving in the right direction. Keep moving in this direction. Tweak stuff. Listen to our feedback, and just the next game could very well be the best Sonic game ever. That finally, for me, dethrones SA2. They're that close. I'll give them that. But do I think it's gonna happen? No, not at all. I just don't. I think they're gonna.
This is the right move. Oh, nope, it was the right
I think
move.
they're gonna say, "Oh, we're too perfect, and what we did was great. It got good reviews, so we're just gonna keep doing this."
Yeah.
You know, and I guess that's my biggest fear. But to answer your question, what do I think about the game? I'm glad I'm glad I own it, but I'm also glad that I didn't pay for it. And I think that sums it up for me. My top 3 games are still Sonic 3, Sonic Adventure 1, and Sonic Adventure 2.
But 1/3 of Sonic Adventure 2 is only good, though. How can you like it?
I know.
Every character must play exactly like Sonic.
I know.
Glitch,
I
game
don't
sucks,
get it.
thrown away.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, did this really just happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How You know, actually, that happened to me once.
Luckily, his evade is
And then
ridiculous.
He died for me. But
Sonic died for your sins. Can we
let
talk?
me ask you guys this: what's your top 5 favorites?
Hold on, cutscene.
Oh,
It's not fair. How come you get to jump in and out of cyberspace and I'm stuck halfway?
Beats me. It sounds like we all experience the dimension differently.
Yeah, I didn't see any way out. Your trips sound less complicated.
Well, whatever. The spooky Skyboy says I just have to trash the Titans to get you guys back to normal. So we have a plan.
Oh yeah? Why isn't it talking to the rest of us then?
Top 5 for me is Sonic 2, Sonic Adventure 2, Shuffle, 3 Knuckles, and then 06.
say that again.
My top 5 would have been Sonic 2, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Shuffle, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and then Sonic 06.
Really, over SA1?
Yeah,
Wow.
I would put Unleashed over SA1 as well. Sonic Adventure 1's like 7.
Okay.
But maybe that will change when we play Sonic Unleashed. It's been 8 years since I played it. Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Sith, what about you? What's your top 5?
Top 5 for me is SA2, SA1, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Fighters Zero Gravity, and then Sonic Mania.
Oh, that's a good
Yep.
one. Okay.
Yeah,
Blue?
I know the top 3 for sure. So Sonic Adventure 1 would be number 1, and then Sonic Adventure 2 would be number 2, and then the third one would be Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and then the 4th and 5th one. You know, I'm gonna say something that
Sonic Schoolhouse.
So I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
close to that actually. Yeah. So I'm gonna do Sonic R, number 4, and
Sonic
then
R is
number
good.
5. Let's do Sonic Heroes. I'll say Sonic Heroes number 5.
Sonic Colors is number 1.
Ew.
No, Lost World.
all right.
Sonic Lost World's number 1.
This is over. It's time to end this.
We could do that game too, even though I never beat it.
No, we can't. It's okay. We don't have to.
Yeah, we shouldn't. I mean, if you want to, it's fine.
It's short enough where I can tolerate it. Because that was how Sonic Forces was with me.
Wait, are you talking about Colors or Lost World?
You know, if we're doing Sonic Colors, Sith Warrior's playing that because he actually likes the game.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
we can do colors.
We're not. No. All right. Let me give you my top 5. All right. So Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 3 specifically without Knuckles. Mainly because the aesthetics change a lot. Well, not aesthetics. I'll just say it. The music changes, and I don't like that. But I do like Sonic Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles, like the stages. But anyway, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 3, Sonic R. So I'm with you, Blue.
Oh, nice.
And as much as I would love to say Sonic Mania, as much as I would love to say Sonic Mania, I'm actually going to say. It's a tough one. I'm going to say it's between. I'm going to get so much hate for this. Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic 2. Specifically, the Saturn and PC version of Sonic 3D Blast. The Genesis version is, I don't even know what that game is.
I still need to play the mod of that one, the complete version of it.
Yeah. The original creator made like a director's cut. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blue, I'm curious to see why you like Sonic R so much.
Sonic
Living in the city.
was just the best representation of Sonic racing as a racing game. So when I say that as like a racing game, is that we've got Team Sonic Racing, we've got Sega and All Stars Racing, and Transform. All of them have an idea that Sonic needs to be in a car. But it doesn't really kind of sit with me because of the fact that Sonic's already fast and he can race on foot.
Right.
So then, why not just have Sonic race with other Sonic type of characters that are also fast as well? So like, you know, they put Amy in the car because she's ridiculously slow. They have Eggman in his Robo-Build where he can actually keep up with Sonic. And we've also known that Tails and Knuckles has fast-like gameplay as well. So that's why I kind of like the idea of Sonic R. And then also, extra to that in my opinion as well, is that along with the stages of how they run and stuff, you actually have optional quests to actually collect the Chaos Symbols, which unlock you more extra stages and also extra characters as well. So that's why I like it as well. So different optional pathways as if it wasn't the actual main series Sonic game, but at the same time, you are racing on foot as Sonic.
Yeah, I was always one of those people that believe, because this is the Sonic community, there's a debate about everything, but Tails is as smart as Sonic is fast, and Knuckles is as strong as Sonic is fast. So I always
away.
Oh, he figured
That's bullshit.
Tails can fly as fast as Sonic. Sonic runs as, Sonic can run fast, but then Knuckles could, I don't know, glide or punch as fast as Sonic can run. That's how I always pictured it.
You mean like how Sonic Heroes made it?
Yeah, basically. When people say, "Oh, it's not canon for Knuckles and Tails to be able to keep up with Sonic," and I'm like, but it is though. In its own way.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. That's why I think like when he's at his max speed, his tails start to spin in the older game, and it's like that makes sense. Tails flies as fast as Sonic can run. That's how I always saw it. But anyway, the reason why I do like Sonic R is not necessarily because the content of the game, it's mainly the aesthetic. This is the one time I'll let anyone tell me, oh, you have nostalgia goggles. I do for Sonic R because it captures that Sonic attitude in the 90s with the music, the stages, especially that one stage.
What was that?
Where it has like Eggman's factory in the background. I know you know which one I'm talking about, Blue, but
Yeah.
it just was so 90s, so Sonic, and it was like in 3D, and it really just took you literally back in time to the 90s.
Yeah, that's a song in the game too.
And that's what I loved about it. But anyway, that's my mini, I don't know, off-topic rant. Let's get back to this thing, shall we? What is this? Sonic's clipping through the ground.
Yeah, with a sand shark.
The homing attack failed me pretty hard a couple seconds ago.
I wasn't even paying attention.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. Do you guys feel the lack of polish here? when you're looking at this? Or is it just me?
Nah, this seems fine. Man.
I mean, I mean, you can tell that like they put some effort into the island.
There you go. God.
Should it have more color? Probably.
It's a desert. You can only do so much with it.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, no, that's...
Maybe have like
live...
quicksand elements, I guess. Is there any quicksand elements in this desert area?
Nope. There's water you can
Not that
drown
I
in
found.
over here.
Water.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
look,
there's
it's
water.
that...
Yeah.
There's the plunger. So random, dude. I don't understand some of the stuff. I mean, I get it. They're trying to fill this empty world with stuff to do, but...
Bing, ding, 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 and cutscene.
Amy said her cyber cage wasn't a fun time. How was it for you?
Miserable. Like a living nightmare. It was the most alone I've ever felt. And at the same time, I was drowning in terrible visions and emotions. Like I said, nightmare.
Yeesh. These visions, they weren't like what Tikal showed us way back when, were they? Do these ruins sync up to when your ancestors were wiped out?
I don't think so. But if you're right, and that prison was bringing back those memories, that's cruel. If I find out who designed it, they're gonna pay.
Good one.
So yeah, let's talk about it.
Can you see that seal in the center of the pond? If we could pull it out, we could drain the water. The problem is, I'm still ghost-like, and you're useless underwater.
Wow, thanks for the concern. Anyway, if I can jostle the device holding the chain, maybe I can get it to reel it in?
Worth a shot. Just don't slip and fall. I can't haul you out.
The chain is connected to a huge stopper.
Yeah, I told you, giant plunger. So, all right. So I'm gonna, hopefully we can do this again. It's great returning to the show after 10 years. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end on this this last topic. I think every Sonic gamer out there, especially ones like us who've had it rough these past 10 years, I think everybody needs to play Sonic Frontiers. Everyone. And they need to judge it for themselves, because this is a very interesting game. It's the first game, I believe, in 10 years that ticks so many correct boxes.
Yeah.
And the gripes I have with it are so small and fixable. Like, every gripe I have is something that can be tweaked with a mod or tweaked in a setting somewhere. You know what I mean? If Sega would just let us have access to it, or if they would implement it in the next sequel. The story I'm even okay with. I just, again, wish that they used Chao instead of Coco. That's my only complaint with the story. That and the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the final boss, Super Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
These are the best Super Sonic fights. And I've never been able to say that in Sonic fights. Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great. They're perfect. Don't get me wrong, my first fight was very glitchy. I recorded the glitches that I had, if you guys ever want to see it. But it was very, very glitchy and frustrating, but it was still just everything I ever wanted from Super Sonic. Give him more power. Make him feel different than Sonic. He should be punching, kicking, and he can do all that.
Race you to the next
He can fly now, which... Finally, right? And it doesn't have to be in space to fly. He can actually fly.
Yeah.
You can beat these baddies up, you know, these titans. I love that word titan. I love the idea of titans in the game. Um,
Yeah.
I was a little confused by the story though. It was like, okay, you created titans as a way to protect the Earth from this doom that's coming, but it's attacking Sonic. Well, but we know that what's her face hacked into them, I guess.
Oh,
But it's
Sage.
like, yes, it's just I don't know. It's just a little. It's a bit like I think I would have rather had it where. Okay, you got these Titans, and they're the guardians of cyberspace, and because Sonic broke in, they're now attacking him. And then instead of Sonic killing all of them, maybe he. Well, okay, fine. He kills them all. We want those badass supersonic fights, right? I don't know. They just could have tweaked it. I'm not the best storyteller when it comes to stuff like that, but the whole hey, these are mindless drones that are sent to protect the Earth, and I'm just gonna hack them and make them attack you. I mean, I guess it does make sense. It's just I don't know. It makes it almost like a useless subplot. If that makes sense, which it probably doesn't. I don't know. I just feel like there's something there that could have been done a little bit better than, hey, I'm gonna make these things attack you because at the end of the game she becomes our friend. So now all those fights were pointless.
Yeah.
I think it would
That's a
have
good
been
point.
better. I just think it would have been better if it was like, hey, we're attacking you because you're on our sacred turf, and we have to protect these memories, and we have to protect, whatever it is. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. But I do love the backstory. I do love that we get to see basically the origins of chaos. But shame on Sega for taking us away from those type of stories for so long, and then wheeling us back with a 20-year-old. You're giving us a backstory to something that's 20 years old. We should have gotten this story back in like 2005. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like, but I appreciate their effort. I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't want to discourage Sega. They've done everything right with this game. I'm not gonna lie, they really did. It's just not enough for me to say this dethroned any game from the past. I'm just gonna say that this is the best game that I've gotten in 10 years for damn sure. That's undeniable. So I guess forgive my earlier self for saying, "Oh, I'm glad I didn't pay money for the game." No, I'm glad I own the game, and you know what? I'll probably buy a digital copy on top of that. It's just it's just
You're buying
it's
on
hard not
PlayStation, right? Your favorite console?
stop talking to me, bro. It's just that
It's the wrong way.
it's not it's hard to not be disappointed when they're so close to what I've always expected them to be. But at the same time, I get why. They didn't have enough staff, they didn't have enough time, probably didn't have enough budget. But it's like, this is Sonic, your number one, this is your console seller right here. Because they made that Wii U deal back in the day, people learned what a Wii U was, and they went to go buy it because of Sonic. So I don't understand why they wouldn't make it. Give it the top priority. The top most brilliant minds within our company should be working on this. The top most expensive dollars should be going to this. But those are just my thoughts, guys. I'm just one fan who people probably are tired of hearing from by now. So,
It's all good, man.
so I think you guys already went over what you guys thought about it, but I am curious: is this game a pass or fail for you guys?
It's a pass for me.
I don't know why, son, because I still haven't played like more than 2 hours of it. That's the real truth around it. I have to play, but from what I've seen from this Let's Play so far, I really just can't say, like, it's a 50-50 to me.
I think that's where I was, and honestly, that's where I am now because I hate the fact that they chose a desert of all places. That's like the laziest thing. Everyone's doing deserts all of a sudden. Like, I live in Las Vegas. I don't want to play in a desert in a video game. I just don't. I'm sorry. Like, Forza Horizon has done it. Everyone's literally doing it. Every time I see a new game trailer, they're in the desert. So it's like, but that's my personal gripe. I can't blame Cydia for that. With that being said, Blue, it lost my attention at the desert area. So I'm with you on not finishing the game, but I would advise you to at least maybe get to that area before you. Have you done the first supersonic battle?
No, not even that.
Again, he did that. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
Dude, you got to do that, and then definitely invite me back after you do that.
yeah.
I really don't know when I'll be touching this game again. Cause like the thing is like I played it, even though I liked it, it never felt like that feeling to go back into the game again. Like I've never had that feeling for a long time. Like usually when I play a game, I play it to finish because I'm always interested. But I don't know, with Sonic games recently, even if the game has gotten better, it's just never come to my mind that I want to keep on finishing it. In a
Oh,
sense.
I can agree with you there too, because if it wasn't for my friends forcing me to play it every day, I wouldn't have got as far as I did. So
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I did because I do see that out of a bunch of turds, we finally found one that's polished.
Right.
I just recommend at least doing the first supersonic battle, and then have you spoiled the story yet?
The story's already spoiled, really, because I'm watching the Let's Play as of now, so I've never seen any of this stuff, so it's already been spoiled for me, which I don't mind anyway.
I don't either. So you're just gonna wait for the Let's Plays to see the end, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Where's the last? Oh, there it is.
I
Well,
think actually
gents.
now that I think about it, because like we were talking about this whole desert area, this is one gripe I actually have with the game now. So if you think about Sonic Adventure and also Sonic 06, they both have really good similarities to each other when it comes to the hub world, and that's having interactions with the people. So in Station Square, you can talk with all the citizens of what's actually happening around in the events of around the story and what they are doing themselves in their current lives. And then in Soliana, you can also talk about the events of what's actually going on in the stories with the citizens, or you can actually see what's going on in their lives as well. So Sonic 06 actually copied that from Sonic Adventure, and they actually did a pretty good job when I was actually doing my Let's Play of it recently, that I've noticed.
I agree. Sonic Man is one of my all-time favorite tropes within the games. I love that guy. Sonic Man is me. He's my spirit animal.
Yeah.
And I've done it. You've seen me do it. I've dressed up as Sonic and ran like an idiot. But
Yeah.
to touch upon what you just said, if they did Sonic Frontiers in a city setting where you can roam around like this, and they tweak the physics ever so slightly, you got me sold. This my biggest gripe with this game is it's too big for its own good. It's too empty. The random rails in the air make no sense and all that good stuff, but throw me on top of the Statue of Liberty and let me grind down that sucker, and then if they bring back where you can boost on water, let me boost into, something like that. Kind of like, yeah, okay, they did it in Unleashed a little bit, but Unleashed sucked. Come on. I mean, it didn't suck where it was a bad game. It was a top-notch quality game, but it didn't scratch the itch that Frontiers is definitely scratching. You know what I mean? So that's going to be my last take on this game. I'm going to go.
Yeah. Cool.
You gotta work. Loser's got a job.
Yep. don't adult. It sucks.
Yeah. Trying not to, man, but it's just coming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's
How
already
do I
here
get
anyway for me.
there? I don't know how I'm supposed to get there.
Do you want to stop the recording, or are you gonna keep going?
Yeah, might as well. It's going 40 minutes. It's going to be a 3-hour render. Save.
All right, guys. I hope I didn't talk too damn much.
No, it was great.
It was great, yeah, to hear your thoughts and sights with this game, and then also to bring back that home and attack range and the differences in this game compared to the adventure game. That was an interesting sight to see as well.
Dude, I didn't even when Jim did that on SA2, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because usually in that point, I would usually use the light speed attack, whereby you charge up in SA2 and you can attack multiple enemies instantly.
Right.
I forgot that you can just home attack spam as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you for remembering that room too, because I straight forgot. I was just like, I thought SA2s was more nerfed than SA1s, but no, it's faster.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
dude, I still can't get over that.
What was that?
I was saying I still can't get over the fact that he literally wiped out like 7 enemies within 1 second. I was watching the timer.
Damn, man.
I would say though that it got nerfed. The spin dash got nerfed from SA1 to SA2 though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But in my book, like, maybe this should have gone in the video, but
Still recording.
it. Oh, all right. The way that I always saw 3D Sonic was just the 2D games in 3D. So, what I think they should have done is make the X button a duck/roll button. Like, let's say you're going down a slope, you tap X, you turn into a ball, you roll, and you get momentum, right?
Yeah.
And you're curled up, so you're gonna attack enemies. It's just like the 2D game. But if you stop, you hold X, you duck down, but you tap A to charge your spin dash. That's what I would have preferred over just tap X and spin dash. Tap X and spin dash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, in SA1, if you play as Tails and Knuckles, if you hold the X button, or if you tap it even, when you've got a certain amount of momentum, you can roll.
Right.
But you can't really duck and spin dash. Yeah, it's never been done in
Exactly.
3D. Yeah.
That's what I think that they should do, because that's the perfect implementation of bringing 2D into 3D. In 2D, you have to duck. You have to stop, duck, and then charge your spin dash. The only time I've ever seen you tap a button and spin dash was Sonic 3D Blast.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, I get it. It's a certain amount of autonomy. It makes it easier on the player, but I don't know. I think it would have been a good transition in the 3D to just take the same moveset, the same what do you call it? The controller button and everything, and just like literally bring it into 3D, where it's a perfect copy. But I mean, we got close. I think SA1 was as close as we'll ever get to that.
Yeah.
But again, plus big ups to Sega for bringing the drop dash into 3D. That, oh my gosh, that's probably my most used move in Frontiers. I love the drop dash.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I didn't know you were recording again, Jim.
Okay.
All right, TK. It's a pleasure.
Have a good night.
Maybe try this again Sunday when you have more free time.
Maybe. You know, this isn't so bad because I do get off work at 1 a.m. So you caught me, man. You really did. If you would have told me any other time, I was like, no. So this time actually does work. You know?
Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
All right, gents. Have a good night.
See ya.
Later.
Later.
Yeah.